I think I unmuted my microphone too early, but whatever. We are here, you guys, and we are back with another episode of Crypto News with Julie Kennis. I'm your host, Julie Kennis, and as always, this show is powered by the Gokhshtein News Network. And thank you all for tuning in. As you can see, I am not currently in my studio. Hopefully, just hopefully, we end up having a clear connection today, because I know sometimes we get a little choppy up in here. So hopefully it's clear. If you guys are new here, go ahead and smash the subscribe if you will. I'm trying to reach 2,000 subscribers, and I know it's going to be a little bit of an effort as I just hit 1,500. So every last subscriber helps, you guys. And thank you all to everyone who's here in the chat. I threw some comments up there. I'll try and get to you all, though, because I do not have my computer. But we're going to get through with what we've got going on. With what we've got, we had Mike Volmer was number 1. We had Jesse was number 2. And he said it, you guys. Smash those subscribes. Smash those subscribes. If you're over on X, go over to YouTube and smash the subscribe over there. I've got 15,000 of you on X and only 1,500 on YouTube. So I need some of my loyal, wonderful friends over on X. Go follow me on YouTube, darn it. I'm so close to getting monetized, and that's the whole thing. I am feeling alive. I am feeling so close. It's within my reach. It's within my clutches, you guys. So smash the subscribe. Help me get there. All right, so we've got more people coming in here. Hello, John Legend, the legend. It was so fun to go around and see you in all the YouTubes this morning. I felt like I was following you around everywhere. And we will get into one of the shows because it had me absolutely cracking up. I was listening to YouTubes while I was driving here to Ventura. So anyway, hello, Soul. Welcome in. Lovely to see you. Lovely to see you. Okay, hold on. I'm getting there. Black Hat Team is in here. How's it going? How's it going? Do we have a blocky bear? No, but we've got a Poe Man. We have a Poe Man. Is there a blocky now? There might be a blocky now. Almost missed the like. Don't miss the like, you guys. There's 11 of you now watching. There should be 11 likes. There should be 11 likes. And look at that. We're at 29 now. I'm so pretty. Thank you. I'm on vacation. I just got finished driving. I was on the road for 2 hours, you guys. I hit a little bit of traffic in Santa Paula, which is where the haunted Glen Tavern Inn is. So it was fun to be stuck there for 20 minutes at that intersection. I'm like thinking of all the flashbacks of Glen Tavern Inn were coming through. He is doing the dishes. Blocky's always doing the dishes at this time, and that's okay. He's allowed to take care of his family. Wait, hold on. Hopefully I'm not covering my microphone. I got it clipped to my shirt. That way I don't have to hold it this whole time, you guys. So I thought maybe we would have a better connection here in the hotel rather than me try and go walk around down on the beach. Not to say that I'm not going to go on the beach. I do have some fun content planned. So talking about haunted places, the Olivia Adobe is the next place I'm going to go here in Ventura, which is haunted. It's been haunted for over 200 years. And so, oh, and he's taking care of his adorable grandbaby. That's adorable. I love that. Babies are the best. Babies are the best. I'm a girl, though, so I just love the smell of babies. Babies are amazing. Babies are amazing. So tonight I have something fun planned on the agenda. I have tickets in as one of the media personnel gets early access into the fair. So, I mean, it's just the local fair or whatever, but I get early access in, and then I get to try. There's Blocky. Welcome in, Blocky. We were just talking about you. So I'm going to go to the fair, and I get to sample all the different fair food before they put it all out for people to try. Tomorrow is the actual opening day. So, but I'm going to go for the media the media opening thing tonight. So I'm pretty excited about that. It's something different. So I'm going to make some content around that. I'm going to try and try some new fair food stuff that I don't usually try. And just, just do whatever. I might get on some rides, but I'm not going to lie, you guys, the fair rides freak me out. The fair rides freak me out. Throw your shorts on. You bought Ada at night. There you go. Poman bought Ada at night. Look at that. That's actually smart. Right now is a good time, in my opinion, to be accumulating. And now is the time that I'm going to start looking at accumulation. And so when I see days like this, I'm excited. Bitcoin was down to 63,000 last I looked, hovering just a hair above 63,000. But it's a great time to accumulate when I was driving down here and I'm like, how can you not look at Bitcoin? If you knew Bitcoin was at 120,000, 125,000, how can you not look at Bitcoin and look at it as being half off? It's like on discount, 50%. On discount, buy it. And it will make you money on your money. And so it's just, I don't know. How can you not? How can you not? So I'm starting to get excited about it, you guys. And then I have a lot going on because my kids we have back to school. I can't believe it's like already here, but we're looking like at the end of July. This is the end of July now. And so then school starts August 12th. So not even 2 weeks into August, it's going to be school starting. So I'm like, it's all here. But my daughter started her first job and she's loving it. She's been making money, and I love to see my daughter making money because that means she's going to spend less of my money now. And it's already burning a hole in her pocket. She was looking at purses last night. She's got her eye on a new Coach purse. So she wants to get a Coach purse. So I'm excited for her. And ICX money is starting to roll out to everyone who is premium on X, which is super exciting. I'm a premium plus, so I ended up getting $25. Everyone that's just regular premium got $15. And then some people who have already been approved for X money have been transferring money around to each other, and it's just been fun. I heard Wendy O got some money sent to her. I got $1.69 sent to me yesterday, which you guys know I love 69, just like I love 69 Bitcoin. And we're going to be back there ever so soon. And it's just incredible. So let's talk about the market, overall market, kind of what's going on. So the Korean markets are having some mass liquidations in AI. The start of the AI bubble is starting out of the Korean markets, which is starting to have a trickle-down effect. Now, Bitcoin is starting to have liquidations, forced liquidations as well. But those forced liquidations, if I had my computer open, we would be looking at the heat maps right now. Because when you look at heat maps right now, the area with the most resistance is to go down. So it only makes sense that we would need to go down and eat up all of that liquidation. The heat maps show it. The heat maps show it. So I wish I had my computer today. I wasn't going to bring it. So anyway, it's a matter of how low we'll go. How will the AI trickle down effect take place? Because there is going to be an impact to overall AI markets. If all of a sudden all of the steam starts to get sucked out of the AI industry, then you're going to see more pain, which the majority of the market has been propped up by tech and AI. The crypto, not just the crypto market, because a lot of liquidity from the crypto market ended up going into AI. Everybody's been saying pivot to AI, pivot to AI. But it was like, well, where were you really pivoting to? And then, certain companies like OpenAI maybe have more tools built out on them that would make them a better candidate going forward. They're not going to feel the impacts of the AI bubble as some other companies who promise things as an AI company and do not deliver. And it's a difficult industry, but until that proof of concept continues to come out and continues to roll out, it's going to be hard for people to understand. Now, Personas is a great example because it's a way to be able to log things, to be able to have historical factual information stored by the person who could tell you these stories, which is a really cool way of looking at personas. I think of the next wave of AI, like right now, if you think of AI, I think of it as like DOS prompt. If you used to run computers, then you used to get into DOS prompt. And then Windows came along. And Windows allowed an operating system that gave you a visual point of reference of what was actually going on with it. So otherwise, you just had to basically know coding. You had to know the route of which you wanted to open the file. And so when computers first came out, everyone was a coder. You had to be into coding to be able to pull stuff up. And then you would type in the source code of the application and the application would launch. All Windows did was gave you a visual landing place, basically. AI is just lacking that actual agent, the interface. Right now, it's basically like, ask me anything. It's yes.exe. Jesse knows what's up. Jesse knows what's up. I used to, so when I was in elementary school, my mom didn't have childcare for me for a short period of time, and her only option was to bring me into work. And so she would stick me in the back. She worked in oil and gas, always energy infrastructure. And so she would stick me in the back in this it was like a drafting room, and there was a computer in there, and the computer did not have Windows on it. And so I knew that there were programs that were on there. I knew there were games on there, but I just didn't have the Windows launch pad. And so I'm like, I can figure this out. And sure enough, with enough, as John Legend says, tapping, I got to the application and I had the application. I must have been probably 9 years old. And so that was when I was first running DOS prompt. But DOS prompt was like, that was just what it was. That was just how you operated the computer back then. And so we look at AI now, and I feel like AI agents right now are in its DOS prompt era. They're in its DOS prompt era. It's going to get to a point where it has more built out onto it to where it makes it easier for the average user. Because right now, it's basically a small number of people who know how to code AI agents and actually deploy things. And so, but until there's that sort of infrastructure built out on it that makes it easier for people to use AI, we're not going to really see mass adoption of AI. We're not going to see mass adoption of AI. And so anyway, but I do think it is just a matter of time until we get there. Someone has to code it out. It's going to take time for the small number of the few to be able to code out things in a way that creates this super boom of how things are built out on AI. Like, think about the internet at first. The internet wasn't much, and now it's everything. Just like apps on your iPhone, before you used to be drinking a beer with the corner of your iPhone, and now it's actually all these apps that keep people interconnected. And now we have crypto, which is giving us the digital financial infrastructure to be able to do what we want with our own money. It allows us to be, are you guys guessing where I'm at? It's funny if you guys are, because that's hilarious. No, there's no heart-shaped bathtub, hot tub in the middle of the room here. Actually, it's closed off right there. But no, you guys, oh my God, no, Bloggy, I can't say that. I just got out of YouTube jail, okay? I just got out of YouTube jail. See, this is why we're not out on the patio too, because now the train is coming and it's going to be loud. So yeah, you guys, I'm really excited. This week will be my first year that I'm not at Rare Evo. There are people going to Rare Evo that I wish I could have seen. But I'm excited to be kind of focusing in on the content that is getting me to where I need to be on YouTube. Because right now it's like cumulatively I continue to climb closer and closer to the monetization goal. And I fear that if I end up doing another expensive trip to Vegas, if the sponsorships don't shake out from a trip like that, then it's just a sunk cost for me. And so at this point, I'm like, you know what? I think I'm just going to wait until somebody says, a sponsor says, hey, we need you here. Because at this point, I'm making much more progress on YouTube right now. And so the next place I'll be going to film out, the Olivia Adobe, it's not going to be open until a Sunday. So I need to come back on a Sunday to do the filming of that. But that has a very interesting story, 200-year-old haunting at that place. Trying to decide if I get more stuff that'll help make it more exciting in terms of like a haunting thing. Like in terms of finding the ghost. Yeah, they do need me there. In fact, I was hoping at at some point I'm going to start like applying to do speaking on the stages. But I don't know. I think if I do that, then I'm paying to go and be a speaker. And so I would rather me be asked to be a speaker or a sponsor to like request my presence there. It makes more sense to me. Because at the end of the day, all of these conferences get really pricey. They get really pricey. And then it takes me away from my normal live stream, takes me away from the momentum that I'm developing on the channel. So it just makes it hard. I just need to double down on what's working for me. Any of the content creators on YouTube that I follow, that's basically what they say. It's just that you need to stay consistent. And when I look at the content I've been creating, the more recent stuff that has not been so crypto focused. Granted, we're in a bear market. But if I'm not pulling somebody exciting to interview on my live stream, then it makes it tough. Now, here's what I do want to say, you guys. I think, is that Jesse? Jesse, you're so sweet. Telling people to subscribe to me. Okay, did you guys watch the interview today with David Gokhshtein and Randy? I'm just going to say her name is Randy now. I'm not going to call her Randy Hipper anymore, and I'm going to tell you why. You guys, if you went and saw that interview, it's on the breakdown. And Randy Hipper is about halfway through the segment. It opens with Landy. But Randy, when she was doing her show, she was like, I'm going to get feisty with him. And she swore that she would. And I'm not kidding you guys. She did not hold back. She was talking about his eyebrows. He was like gassing her up. Girl, you've been on mainstream media. I've seen you on the news, blah, blah, blah. He was gassing her up. And she was literally kicking him in the balls. And he was like, wow, Randy, like, I thought we were friends. What is even going on? And I'm like driving here to Ventura, just absolutely cracking up. Because I don't think I've ever heard, like, David's looking at Randy as like he's seen her grow from Miss Teen Crypto into Randy. He's like, you're like Madonna now. We just call you Randy. We don't need to call you Randy Hipper. We don't need to call you Miss Teen Crypto. Like, we just call you Randy. Like, you're freaking Madonna in the crypto industry. And it cracked me up because it's so true. Like, you just say Randy and everyone knows who you're talking about. But it was so hilarious because everybody's, they're usually cordial to David. And David if you've known David over the years and you've seen his content evolve, he used to do spaces. He used to host a lot of spaces. And during the spaces, he'd have people come into the space and maybe bust his chops a little bit, give him a hard time, you know, make fun of him. But I mean, Randy was like, I think you got your yarmulke on too tight. I think there's no blood flow to your brain. And David's over here like, well, Randy, I'm over here giving you compliments. Like, I'm telling you, you've done such a great job and you're not Miss Teen Crypto anymore. And you're over here just giving me a hard time. And it was hilarious because she said it during a live stream. I'm going to give him a hard time. And boy, did she ever. I'm so proud of her. I was sad because I was driving and I couldn't comment. I couldn't comment, you guys. I love being able to comment on the streams, like whenever I get to be on the other side and watch the live stream. So I do love being able to participate in that way. So if you guys missed it, go check out David Gokhshtein. He's over on YouTube. He's over on X. Subscribe to him over on there. You guys know I've been representing Gokhshtein Media for Gokhshtein News. It will be 3 years this December. So it's been, you know, going into 2027. I'll be looking at 4 years representing and working with David. And I've loved being a part of the team. It's been a great time. So I'm super fortunate, you guys. You should go check them out. All right. So, oops, hold on. I pushed the wrong button. Let me see here. Okay. Now, I do not have a whole lot of news for us to pull up today, but I do want us to go ahead and break into some news or some word from our sponsor. Just a moment. I can talk, you guys.
Social media taught us how to post, scroll, and react, but not always how to truly remember. Our most meaningful memories are everywhere, hidden in camera rolls, old messages, voice notes, and forgotten folders. Personas brings those memories together, creating a living memory profile you can keep adding to as life goes on. Photos, voice clips, videos, and personal stories become the foundation of a personas, built from real memories. The people who know you best can add the moments only they remember. Stories, photos, voice notes, and milestones. With memory requests, nothing is added without approval. Every story is reviewed, accepted, and preserved with care. Personas is different by design, not built for attention, but built for meaning, connection, and legacy. It is not about replacing someone. It is about preserving the voice, wisdom, and love they chose to leave behind. A personas can grow through every chapter, from childhood to family to future generations, still adding to the story. This is Personas, a new way to share who we are, remember who we love, and keep stories connected. Personas, built for memories, designed for connections.
We got to load it into the Personas, you guys. Yeah, so thank you to our Persona sponsor on the show today. You guys, I am super excited because they're an AI company that has been delivering. They have been offered money to be able to deliver this in a way that is not a holistic way for the industry, and they have held true to their word of being a good steward of the industry. So I am happy to represent them on today's show. But you guys, today I'm going to be going this evening, probably once it gets a little closer to sunset, we'll be headed over to the fair. Now I'm really excited because I get to like walk along the ocean and take in the nice salty air. And then I'll head over to the fair. There are like weird things I've never tried at the fair though, like deep fried Oreos and things like that. Have you guys tried those before? Wait, hold on. It's trying to make me do something. I don't want this. Yes. Wait, hold on. I'm not telling you guys where I'm at right now. It's a secret. It's a secret. You guys will probably figure it out after you view my content though. I will not be able to make it to the Olivia Sadobe until I come back on a Sunday. I'm excited about doing that, but I think what I am going to do is actually go into the mission because there's certain parts of the mission that I think you guys will find really interesting. They do have deep fried Twinkies. I've never tried that either. See, I think I'm going to try just a couple of different like weird things and like rate how I like different fair food. Because yeah, why not? Why not? We'll just do it. It sounds very fattening, but like the fair is kind of far and I'm going to do a lot of walking. So maybe I'll just walk it off. We'll just say I'm just going to walk it off. So yeah, so I think I'm going to go into the mission and film some of the old stuff at the mission because there's like this water well that services the mission. And I know that there's other parts of the mission as well that I can pull up for you guys. But it was built in like 1860 or 1880. And look, the stone masonry work on it is just unbelievable. But the people, they had captured the Chumash Indians and they were like slaves that had to build out not just where this water reservoir was, but the aqueduct that services the area. So anyway, since I can't get into the Olivia's Adobe, which I think you guys will like that story. I look on YouTube, there's not a whole lot on it. But basically it's this man, is Mexican rancher, ended up acquiring 4,000 acres from the mission here in Ventura. His property went all the way up against the ocean, and he built the first two-story building, two-story house, two-story anything. So he built a two-story house for himself, and it's called the Olivia's Adobe. He was like the wealthiest man in the area, used to have parties there at his house. But the reason he built this massive property was because he had 21 children. Yes, that's right. 21 children. Like I can't even imagine, you guys. Like I have two and there's like always something going wrong with just the two. Like I had to go to urgent care twice just in the last like 3.5 weeks since my daughter's been back from her dad's house. So, you know, that's just how it is. That's just how it is. So I can't imagine having 21 freaking kids. Like I would just have to like make them all like forced child labor or something like that. Like, I don't even know. So anyway, but it gets a little scandalous, you guys. It gets a little scandalous because he was like wealthy farmer. He had his wife. He had all the kids, but he also had a mistress, and the mistress was also a slave. And so his mistress / slave, she wasn't even old. I think she was like 13 years old, because you know how like gross and weird and normal that was back then. But think about like the man with his 21 kids and his wife and the slave mistress lady all living on the one property. Like it just makes it for like super, super scandalous. And then the house stayed in the family. I'm not, you know what? I'm just going to stop. You guys, if you want to watch what I'm going to come up with on the Olivia's Adobe, just smash a subscribe, because I'm going to do a whole story about it. What's really cool about this property is it has been a historical artifact monument for like over 150 years now. So and a lot of the antiques that are in the Adobe were like owned by the family. So if you're into like, you know, spiritual energies and things like that, then when you walk around this house and you see toys that belong to the kids and things that belong to the wife, and so I'll tell you stories about all the ghosts as we go through the property, but it's called the Olivia's Adobe. So I'm super excited because there's just really not a whole lot of information about it online, but it has been a historical monument here for a super long time. So I don't know. I think it's super fascinating. So, but tonight I am going to be an absolute ass at the freaking fair, and I'm going to try all the fun fair food. So I am looking forward to creating more content with you guys. If you're new here, as always, smash the subscribe. Help me get to my goal to 2,000. And I will be back on the live stream tomorrow at 1 o'clock Pacific time. I look forward to seeing you all there. Bye-bye.